6:32. Well, we're going to talk about it because a lot of you stayed up late watching the game. And for the second straight year, Georgia's season comes to an end in New Orleans at the Sugar Bowl, this time getting upset by SEC rival Ole Miss. The Dogs were actually up at halftime, 21-12, but the Rebels came back strong in the second half to take the win. It was 39-34 as the final score. The Dogs were certainly the heavy favorite and kept the game competitive until the very end, but at the final whistle, it just wasn't enough. Maria Martin has more this morning from New Orleans on Georgia's unfortunate repeat of history.
Deja vu here in New Orleans for the Georgia Bulldogs in more ways than one. Unfortunately, on the losing side of things for a second consecutive season. And much like the first time they played Ole Miss back in October, it was a back and forth affair, a crazy game, one that came down to the fourth quarter, except this one truly came down to the final minute. With 56 seconds left to play, the Georgia Bulldogs tied this game. Unfortunately, that was a little bit too much time on the clock for Trinidad Chambliss. They drove down the field, they scored, they win, sending Georgia packing for a second straight year. That deja vu feeling was really disappointing for those players in the locker room.
It's just life right there, you know. It's not everything's going to go your way. Sometimes you're just going to have to take this one on the chin, you know. It's a great team. They got great players over there. They recruit hard too. And we just got to realize that we played as the best as we can, and they just got one more moment on us.
Just losing. Anytime you lose, it's going to motivate you for sure. So hopefully in the offseason we go out there and attack it like we did this year. And we just gotta keep getting better and just keep finding little ways to improve and learn how to finish, and we're gonna be good.
So despite the loss, a lot of the Georgia players in that locker room, they mentioned that they love being a part of competitive atmospheres and games like this, and they admitted the Ole Miss Rebels had just a few more plays than they did, and they wished they could have a few more to win this game. That feeling going to stick with them into next year, but a very promising future for these Georgia Bulldogs, and once again another hard-fought performance by their quarterback, Gunnar Stockton. Here in New Orleans, covering the Bulldogs, Maria Martin, 11 Alive Sports.
Yeah, it's such a tough loss. I didn't get to watch the whole game because I had to sleep to get ready for work, but I watched the highlights this morning, and it wasn't that the Dogs didn't play well. They just got outplayed.
That's correct. I watched the highlights without knowing the results, so I was getting ready, and I was like, am I going to be late getting ready here?
Yeah.
Because it was blow after blow, and each team had a couple of big mistakes, but overall, it was just exceptional play. And how about Ole Miss having an interim head coach with Lane Kiffin gone? He's 2-0 now.
Yep. Yeah, and
against good teams.
Yeah. Well, we've got one person here at the table excited because your Miami Hurricanes are in.
Yeah, so sad about the Dogs, but Miami is. I'm sad that it's not Miami playing Georgia. I was so gung-ho for that game.
Rachel's, by the way, also a Miami grad as well.
Yeah, we attract those Miami grads.
Here, all right. So we'll be rooting for you guys, I guess now. So the semifinals are set. Ole Miss will face a tough Miami team next Thursday in the Fiesta Bowl, and Oregon will take on top-ranked Indiana next Friday, right here in Atlanta for the Peach Bowl. You're looking live there at the bins on your left. All quiet there this morning, but it will certainly be popping next week this time. The winners play for the title in Miami on January 19th.